Wait, hold up. The Iran and U.S. war was prophesied about back in 2019. And here we are in 2025 with this prophecy fulfilling itself. Hey, make sure y'all watch this video all the way to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check this out.
The United States and Iran are going to fight. Squabbles is the word that I heard. Quarrels is another word that I heard. So what I saw is that things moved from verbal to physical contact. And both of these roosters had a very high and impressive leap so that no rooster had a clear win. And then all of a sudden, the conflict stopped. So just as suddenly as it started, escalating off of words, and then suddenly somebody struck a blow, just as quick as it started, it stopped. And so the feeling that I had watching this afterwards was that this would be like a sea fight, that this would be something will trigger this to do with the water, so I don't know if they will dispute over water rights or if it's ships that they will have an upset about. I'm not sure, but it will be a sea fight, a water fight. And the Lord said that blood will flow on both sides, but what this will cost America is actually in terms of shock. So what will shock America? What America's greatest loss in terms of this conflict will not be so much, will not be so much that maybe she has a large amount of soldiers die, but it will be that Americans and America herself, right? Her military industrial complex. So her warmongering side will be shocked that Iran will actually step up, because this is what I saw, that the Persians were fearless. They did not have fear. In fact, they had a fierce determination not to be beaten, not to be sidelined or disrespected any longer. So I saw Middle Eastern men and their jaw was very firm, a very firm jaw of determination, like we have had enough, like that. So the true cost that America paid was the lack of fear in her enemy. And the thing is, because she's always perceived as untouchable, because Iran touched her, this shocked everyone. And you have to understand international relations. International relations is not just about what you can do. A large part of it is based on perception. It's about how people see you. Reputation in international law and international relations is gold. In fact, it's worth more than gold. It's not about the fight that you can bring. Sometimes you can win international disputes just because your opponent is afraid of the type of fight they think you can bring. So there's a lot of psychology that goes on in the international space between nations. This is probably why they come to conferences and everybody looks like Stonehenge. Nobody wants to show any emotion. Everyone is trying to look completely immovable, and it's a war of words. Why? It's all based on what you can get your opponent to believe. So the fact that Iran struck back, either struck first or struck back, shocked everyone. And I saw that the leaders in the Middle East were watching this with interest. Why is that? Because everybody thought, oh no, if you touch America, they'll bomb you out of existence if you do this and do that. But Iran touched America, and it showed everyone that she was touchable. And she lost that armor. She lost that invulnerable plating, that superhero Captain America stance in the international space. And people were like, So I saw people in the Middle East watching this with interest. I saw China paying very close attention to this. But by contrast, Russia was acting as if they didn't care. Russia was acting as if, is that going on? Is that today? Russia was acting as if they didn't even have an idea that there was a conflict going on. But I saw that after the fight, Vladimir Putin was one of the first people to make contact with Iran and congratulate her on bravery. So I saw that America was very shocked behind her bravado. She didn't think that Iran would actually fight. She didn't think they would actually lay a hand on her, but they did, and they drew blood too. So there was no clear outcome in the battle, but in terms of points gained, right? In terms of bragging rights, Iran was the clear winner. The Lord made me know that the Persians are about to enter the international stage. They will be a major player in the end times. They have been banned from the international game for a long time because of America. But now, says the Lord, they're about to grab a racket, tennis racket, and play ball. Pick a team, all you nations. The final games are about to begin. So that's the prophecy called the cockfight, given to me, I think it was June. I said it at the beginning, so it's June 2019. Can't remember the exact date. But that is a prophecy of an international skirmish, an international toss up that America will be drawn and baited into. And I've said that she will be drawn into several of these conflicts. And because America has this reputation, because she's always got something to prove, she will not use wisdom in holding back from some of these things. Anyone who pokes her, she's going to go, we're going over there. We're going to set this right. We're going to show them. And because of this traditional warmongering tactic, every time there's a bark, you have to respond to that bark. She will not notice that these skirmishes and these involvements are actually to her detriment, that they're wearing her down, that they're taking away her international armor of invulnerability. And eventually, this will be part of what culminates in this nation being attacked, taken captive, and broken.
It seems as though this thing is playing out just like it was prophesied to do. This thing is unfolding right in front of our eyes. Y'all need to pay attention.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin-Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel. And God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All I want to know is, how many signs does one need to see? How many signs and warnings does one need to see before they believe what's really going on out here. It was prophesied about years and years ago. Miss Celestial continues to drop bombs to wake our people up. But at the end of the day, people will feel how they want to feel, and they're going to have their own thoughts and opinions. So I want you to drop down in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this video. See y'all next time.